Levy further stressed that the IDF has the upper hand in every encounter in which it faces Hezbollah terrorists. The visit by Minister Gallant earlier today came merely several hours after IDF Chief of General Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi visited the Northern Front as well, during the course of which he told field commanders of both the 98th and 36th Divisions that the IDF will not allow Hezbollah to ever entrench along Israel's northern front in the future.
Throughout the
holiday, the IDF continues to fight vigorously in Lebanon and in other combat sectors. Today, I met the commanders and troops of Division 98 and Division 36, who are fighting in Lebanon for a very important purpose, to reassert security in the north, and returning the residents to their homes after more than a year of being displaced. The return of the residents requires us to destroy the terrorist infrastructure that Hezbollah built near the border so that it could raid our communities once an order is given to kill Israeli civilians. We are very determined to destroy these infrastructures and eliminate whoever is there. We will not allow Hezbollah to entrench in these places in the future. Death to Israel. Death to America. Death to England.
Meanwhile, after President Joe Biden's voiced objection to an Israeli strike on Iran's nuclear program drew scathing rebuke, the American leader has stopped short from expanding on his objections publicly as of late, stressing that he does not intend to negotiate the scope and detail of Israel's anticipated retaliation in public.
Sir, would you support Israel striking Iran's oil facilities, sir?
We're in discussion with that. I think that would be a little, anyway.
Pentagon.
We continue to engage the Israelis, very frequently. We are certainly talking to them about their response, but what their response might be, I'm just not going to speculate further on. But we do continue to engage with them, and I'll just have to leave it at that.
To Israel's northern front, where Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant spoke to field commanders of the IDF's 36th Division, during the course of which he highlighted that in addition to the elimination of Hassan Nasrallah, Israel has more surprises in the barrel for the heavily battered Iranian proxy Hezbollah.
Hezbollah absorbs very severe blows, one after the other. We eliminated Nasrallah, and we have more surprises in the barrel, some of which have already been carried out and some of which will still be carried out. Hezbollah's missile and rocket array has suffered a very severe blow. A significant part, I would say most of it, has been destroyed as a result of a very high quality and precise operation, controlled headquarters, contact formations, all Radwan's top commanders, and in fact, the entire second and third echelons below Nasrallah are eliminated. This is a very significant thing, established on accurate intelligence and struck where it was deemed necessary. And parallel to these operations, we are carrying out an operation in several villages today, and this process will continue wherever necessary, in order to destroy all the infrastructure from which Hezbollah planned to carry out attacks.
Jerusalem's top defense official went on to praise the operating troops, who continue to make significant gains, highlighting the fact that the IDF troops are fighting while the communities of northern Israel are visible behind them, granting them overwhelming strength against the enemy. Meanwhile, President Biden stressed to reporters that while he does not know whether Israel's retaliatory strike would ultimately lead to an all-out regional war, he does believe one can be avoided.
We saw some big strikes similar to the one that killed Nasrallah, the Hezbollah leader, against the Hezbollah intelligence headquarters and also targeting the likely successor to Nasrallah. So we're going to see more of that, and we're going to see a continued Israeli push on the ground into southern Lebanon to attack Hezbollah fighters there and destroy weapons, missile launchers and tunnels. Yet, I think that the priority targets for Israel are going to be Iranian military targets, and missile factories, so missile production, missile storage, and Iranian Republican Guard facilities.
Martyr, saying the Islamic world lost a great personality, standard bearer and unparalleled leader. This is despite the Hezbollah leader's decades-long reign of terror in the Middle East. This isn't the first time the Iranian ambassador in Australia has drawn attention for his social media posts. In August, he described wiping out Israel as heavenly. Federal police have been guarding the Iranian embassy in Canberra this morning, while the embassy flag has been flying at half-mast, presumably for the Hezbollah leader.
Of character and expel him from our country.
The social media post, but says Australia's long-standing diplomatic relations with Iran were in the national interest and not an endorsement of Iran's regime.